Yeah, I'm on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Damn! Killing motherfuckers. Stand over him, shoot him in the face.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look.
See the odds, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage and fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Revenge taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how them crackers turned his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride Just left the Shea Bridge, looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
One West, 125th Street. Look, Y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't banish no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, Amy murdered Botham and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Mr. Stan, just us.
First priest.
Lakam Yalla, Ban Yahawda, Ban Yashala.
Yakam Yalla, Ban Yahawda, Ban Yasrala.
Yahawba Shim Yah Shabrakathum.
Yahweh Hashem Yashabakta.
Laya Shalom. Majum was mixed to stand. I put off the dunk for me to turn to face the east. You're gonna do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanau. Shabbat Shemayim. Kwadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malapaka. Taba'ah. Ratazai. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nudalanau. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. What's the lucky now? Come on, working now. What's the lucky now? Come on, why you now? Come on, yaya now. On the side one. A ball. How was saying now? My yard. Right. Kaya. Look up. Hamalakwa. Baha'ala. What the para. I will love you.
Amon. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debt. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be.
I cut the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Babu Kasha. Nudalanau. Hakat. Lepa'ah. Call Makala. Call Marwa. Hakat. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakat. Lahaki. Hamati. Hakat. Al-Kawa. Tama'ala. The Garashan. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. What
in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be.
Play the best instrument in Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Baraklanau. Mayashala. Habayah. Superior. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. What Aman
In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asher.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isari. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Wa'aratazah. Ayadan. Lamawat. Regal. Al-Yanawam. Shamark. Hanala'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamark. Yahweh. Tazal. Al-Yeh. Yamyaka. Yawamar. Hashamat. La'ah. Yakaika. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamark. Makar. Yashamark. After the Pasha. Yahweh. Yashamark. Taza'at. Wawa'ak. Ma'idab. Ma'ai. Awulam.
In the English. I lift up mine eyes into the hill. From which cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharal shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. Sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Thou shalt preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forward.
This time forward.
And even forevermore.
Even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allah Hayam.
Allah Hayam.
Al-Damiyah.
Al-Damiyah.
Look up.
Look up.
All Thakarat.
All Thakarat.
All Tashakwat.
All Tashakwat.
All Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awadika.
Awadika.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amaka.
Ya'ira Yambu.
Ya'ira Yambu.
Sawadah.
Sawadah.
Wayada.
Wayada.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawayaka.
Al Tazapawayaka.
Amaru.
Amaru.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Manakakidam.
Manakakidam.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ai.
Wala'ai.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
Naba.
Naba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Boya.
Boya.
Yakaratu.
Yakaratu.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawan.
Adawan.
Wayashimai.
Wayashimai.
Aliyam.
Aliyam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagari.
Wahagari.
Kabal.
Kabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
Am Yashabi.
Am Yashabi.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aimon.
Aimon.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zerawai.
Zerawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamari.
Kamari.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabi.
Kayabi.
Banakar.
Banakar.
Koyashawan.
Koyashawan.
Nashabad.
Shemada.
Bayad.
Bayad.
Da'ira.
Da'ira.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adam.
La'adam.
Shayadam.
Shayadam.
Nadab.
Nadab.
Yadmur.
Yadmur.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakazabah.
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 Wakazalmanai.
Wakazalmanai.
Called Nasir Kup.
Called Nasir Kup.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amaru.
Amaru.
Nair Shah.
Nair Shah.
Nanawa.
Nanawa.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahayam.
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 Shayadam.
Shayadam.
Gagula.
Gagula.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Yapanya.
Yapanya.
Rawaka.
Rawaka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Daba'ira.
Daba'ira.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wakalahab.
Wakalahaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Hariyam.
Hariyam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradama.
Daradama.
Basa'ira.
Basa'ira.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapat.
Wapatka.
Dabahalam.
Dabahalam.
Mala'at.
Mala'at.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Quadawan.
Quadawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Bukwash.
Bukwash.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yabash.
Yabash.
Waya.
Waya.
Behold.
Behold.
Adiyai.
Adiyai.
Waya.
Waya.
Kapar.
Kapar.
Waya.
Waya.
Abad.
Abad.
Waya.
Waya.
Ta'ira.
Ira.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Labad.
Labad.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Al. Ka.
Ka.
Haratazah.
In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
Come and let us cut them off.
and let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Yahshua,
That the name of Yahshua
may be no more remembered.
may be no more
For
remembered.
they have consulted together.
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarim.
And Hagarim.
Gebal.
Gebal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
My sword is also joined with
The
them.
sword is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
And like Zaed.
And like Zaed.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Sabbath.
All their princes as Sabbath.
And as Zamun.
And as Zamun.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
The house of Yahweh in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flames set the mountains on fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
with thy temper.
With thy temper.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy stone. scorn. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh, Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And in trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. And men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, the Most High, over all the earth.
Sorry, Mr. Turn. Shabia, you see.
All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off last week, which is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3 and verse 11. Amen. Verse. All right. Verse 11. So, starting in 1 Samuel, starting this a rift. There was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. And during that war, David's house, of course, David got stronger and stronger and stronger. He gave birth to sons. You know what I mean? And out of David's house, in Saul's house, the brother Abner stepped up and made himself a mighty man up in the house of Saul.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so the Most High, you know what I mean? It's a lot of this. So Abner, making himself strong, tried to get David to submit to him. Of course, when one king falls, like how Saul died, and another, that leaves of power back in anything that you do. So now you got the house of Saul fighting for leadership. You know what I mean, of Israel, and then you got the house of David fighting for leadership of Israel. You know what I mean? So and it was like Abner is trying to convince David to basically submit to him. But we'll pick it up. So we're gonna be starting here at verse 12.
Come.
All right, let's get it there.
The book of
Yeah,
book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3, verse 12 in Hebrew. Wayashalak, Abanor, Malakayam, Salaki, Malakayam, Al, Dawada, Thakara, Salaki, Thakathawa, Thakathayawa, Lamar, Lamaya, Aratiza, Lamar, Karatha, Barayathak, Athaya, Wahana, Yadaya, Amak, Lahasab, Alayak, Ath, Call, Yasharala, verse 13. Wayamor, Zawab. It's like Tawab. Anya. Akarath. Athak. Baryath. Ak. Debar. Akkad. So like it. Anakiya. Sha'al. Ma'athak. La'amar. La'a. Thara'a. Ath. Panya. Kaya. Lapanya. It's like it. Habayak. Ath. Mayakal. Bath. Shawal. Baba'ak. It's like it. Larawath. 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 Ah, Panya, verse 14. Wayashalak, Dawda. Malakayam, All. Ayash, Bashath, Bun, Shawal, Lamar, Thana, Ath, Ashathaya, Ath, Mayakal, Ashar, Arashayafia, Laya, Bama'ah, Iralawath, Palashathayam, verse 15. Wayashalach, Ayash, Bashath, Wayakwaka, Ma'ain, Ayash, Ma'ain, Palataya'al, Bun, Lawash, Layash, verse 16. Wayalak, Atha, Ayasha, Halawak, Wabaka, Akaraya, Aid, Bakariam, Wayamar, Alayam, Abanar, Lak, it's like Shawab, it's like Wayashab, verse 17. Wadabar, Abanar, it's like Hayya, I'm Zakwanaya Yasha'Allah La More Gum Thamawal Gum Shalashiyam Hayathum Mabakwashayam Ath Tawada Lamalak Iliyakam, verse 18. Waitha Ashawa Kaya Yahweh Amor Al Dawada La Amor Bayad Dawada Ibadawa. It's like it. Abadia. Hawashayai Ath Amaya Yasha'Allah Mayad Palashatayam Wamayad Call Ayabayam.
Yeah.
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 3 in the English. It's like it. Chapter 3, verse 12 in the English. And Abner sent messengers to David on his behalf, saying, whose land, it's like it, whose is the land? Saying also, make thy league with me, and behold, my hand shall be with thee, to bring about all Israel unto thee.
So he's trying to make an allegiance with David right there. You know what I mean? He sent him a message and asked him, whose land is this? Well, we know whose land is. The land is Israel's.
Right.
The land belongs to the Most High. You know what I mean? And God's people. So that question, you know what I mean? It's kind of a tricky question because it's one of those, depending if David said, it's my land. Can you imagine the repercussions of that? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 13. And he said, well, I will make a league with thee, but one thing I require of thee, that is, thou shalt not see my face, except thou first bring Michal, Saul's daughter, when thou comest to see my face. Verse 14. And David sent messengers to Ishbosheth, Saul's son, saying, deliver me my wife Michal, which I espoused to me for 104 shekels.
4 shekels.
Like it. For 100 foreskins, and for the Philistines. It's like it. And for 100 foreskins of the Philistines.
So if y'all remember when Saul was originally trying to deceive David to see if David had any intentions of taking the throne, you know what I mean? He was like, marry my daughter. David's like, I'm not worthy. I don't come from a big house. Like, who am I to be a part of the royal family? And then that daughter, Saul married off to somebody else. Then he said, okay, well, you can have Michal, my youngest daughter. And she was in love with David. And David was like, I don't deserve, basically saying he didn't deserve to be in the royal family. And Saul said, okay. He said, I ain't got enough to pay a dowry for a princess. You know what I mean? For the daughter of a king. And Saul said, okay, this is what I'll do. You go and bring me 100 foreskins. of the Philistines, and that'll be your dowry for my daughter. And for David, who was a man of war, he was like, bet it. He got excited. He went out and brought Saul 200 foreskins. Now, if anybody could take a guess, he didn't go out and ask them, hey, can I get your foreskin? You know what I'm saying? He went out and slew 200 Philistines and brought those back to Saul. So that's why he said, bring me my wife. And then during the course of when David was on the run, Saul married her off to another man. You know what I'm saying? Against her will. Saul was being very, very wicked to David. So that's why he's saying, look, I paid for that woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I paid the dowry. That's my wife. Bring me my wife. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 15. And Ishbosheth sent and took her from her husband, even from Phaltel, the son of Laish.
So that's who Saul when they married her off to. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 16. And her husband went with her along, weeping behind her to Baharim. Then said Abner unto him, go, return. And he returned.
Now the husband, oh, you're taking my wife. But really, that's not his wife. You know what I mean? That's David's wife. And while he was on the run, Saul did a dishonorable thing. So that's why Abner was like, man, go home. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to hear all that. Go home. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, sir, does that mean his wife slept with the other husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to understand, her father arranged that, the king. Saul was doing a lot of wicked things. Right. You know what I mean? So David wants his wife back. He loved her. You know what I mean? She helped him escape. It was a punishment because when Saul was coming to kill David, you know what I mean? She did the old school. She took some straw and some pillows and made a image in the bed and told the assassins, oh, David's sick. You know what I mean? He's laying in the bed sick. He can't move. I'll let him know y'all here, come back. And that whole time she helped David escape out the back door, out the window. You know what I'm saying? And she delayed the messengers that were there to kill David, the assassins that Saul sent, to either bring David to him, dead or alive. You know what I mean? So because his daughter helped David escape, Saul punished his daughter by forcing her to marry another man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So, if I may, isn't it the law like if she slept with that man, that's now his wife? Like he can't claim her no more.
That's why it just said in here, her husband came weeping behind her. Yeah, she became that man's husband. I mean, wife. You know what I mean? But David, that's originally David's wife. She didn't willingly go out and to this. It's not like she said, oh, with David gone, I'm gonna go get me another husband. You know what I mean? She was forced by her father to marry this man. I mean, I'll get more clarity on this situation because yes, that is that man's husband. I mean, that man's wife. You know what I mean? She became his wife. But it was through an unrighteous act. It was through a wicked situation, a wicked act. This sister was forced to marry this man. Saul wanted to kill her for helping David. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to kill his son. He wanted to kill Jonathan for helping David. He wanted to kill his daughter for helping David. You know what I mean? For helping David escape. He threatened to kill her. And while David was on the run and Saul was hunting him down, he forced that sister to marry another man to punish her for helping David and also to hurt David. Because the word came back to him like, Saul made her, that's not your wife no more. Saul made her marry this dude over here. You know what I'm saying? David loved his wife.
It's like, so if I could,
Go ahead.
So I'll be more enlightened on that. This might answer about this question. I believe if you go to 1 Samuel chapter 19, verse 11, it says, Saul also sent messengers unto David's house to watch him and to slay him in the morning. And Michal, David's wife, told him, saying, if thou save not thy life tonight, tomorrow thou shalt be slain. Did that bring clarity on that?
Well, no, that's just the situation of him escaping. That's how I explained that she helped him escape. So, like I said, I can give more clarity on that for you because, go ahead, sir.
Like, I'm listening to you to make all sense in the world. That'd be almost like you got a wife and some clown rape your wife. That don't mean that it's your wife no more. She's forced. That's an act that was forced upon her
Right.
sinfully, and that she didn't consent to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't consent to
So
that.
he's lawful. It's lawful for him to still pursue her because she was forced.
Yeah, I mean, because he's acknowledging her still. Like, all right, so if your rib cheated on you, or if you suspect she did, and you want to work it out with her, depending on the situation, that's on you. David's making a choice. Go get my wife. He's recognized this is still my wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? She was like Rum said, she was forced into a situation. She didn't willingly go. Her father was insane. You know what I mean? He was in a murderous rage. He wanted to kill her, and I'm sure to survive, she just obeyed her father. You know what I mean? Now, however the Most High sees fit to punish her, because she did end up being married to another man for that time. So that was probably the punishment right there. Can you imagine how that sister felt? She loved David from the time she was young. When she first saw David, like it said in the scripture that she really, really loved this brother. You know what I'm saying? So her being married to this man and having to be with this man and lay with this man, I'm sure that was a form of torture for this sister. You know what I mean? That was like a punishment within in itself. She wanted to be with David. You know what I mean? So it's not, like I said, it's not like she just said, well, David's off in the wilderness running from my father. I'm finna go hop on this other ride over here. You know what I mean? Like her father literally gave her away to another man. You know what I mean? He kind of in his own way annulled that marriage. You know what I mean? You're not married to David no more. He's my enemy. You gonna go marry this brother over here. You know what I mean? It was a forced situation under Saul's wickedness. So let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? David wants his wife back. He's recognizing it's not her fault. Now her new husband, he's wailing and crying. You know what I'm saying? And just got sent back home. Like, dude, you know what the situation is. You know what I mean? His marriage kind of wasn't. I don't want to say his marriage was unlawful because the fact that he laid with her and made her his wife, he just tried to make a whore out the sister. You get what I'm saying? You can't force somebody to sin. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things like, yeah, dude, no, step back. You weren't supposed to be married to her in the first place. So all that crying you doing, go ahead and go back home.
Yeah, Salami, sir. I was just trying to add on to it. I don't want to keep harping on it.
Right.
Like I think this type of story where you can like realize the realistic nature of the Bible. Like it ain't all fairy tales.
Yeah.
Real situations.
Yeah.
With real people, encountering things that can happen today. Like
go.
if your rib, if something happened to you, like you get locked up or something, and your rib is, you know what I'm saying, somebody coming, basically take them for herself, for themselves, and then you get out, that's still a woman. You know what I'm saying? You may still want your woman, you know what I'm saying? Because for the what happened to you wasn't fortunate, but you still get out. You want to pursue your woman, you know what I'm saying? Even though she left, even though that somebody came and took advantage of the situation, you know what I'm saying? So,
and think of it this way,
things is happening.
right? Like I said, that's just yeah. David wanted his wife back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And think about it like this: back in the days, marriages were arranged. Daughters obeyed their fathers. You know what I mean? The family structure was completely intact. So her being a good, she didn't disobey her father. She went against her father by hiding David, but she's supposed to, because that's her husband. You get what I'm saying? That's her head. But the father forced her. So that's what this situation is. It's just David is like, okay, look, he's pulling his wife back out of this horrible situation. She wasn't supposed to be with that man in the first place. This is something wicked that Saul did, and now David is in his way trying to correct it. Like I said, in a real life situation, he wanted his wife back. He's not throwing her away. He's not leaving her in the hands of another man that she was forced to. You know what I mean? Even though, as you see, it said this is her husband. But remember when Christ asked the woman if she had a husband, she said, no, I don't. And he said, you answered wisely because you have had several husbands. Because if she'd answered, I got a husband, you got 7 husbands because you're sleeping with that man and that man, and that man, and that man. You know what I mean? So this dude was her husband by our laws. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that the Lord has mercy. So this situation that she was in, the Lord can have some mercy on that. And David, being who he is, he's not throwing the woman away. So, like I said, I'll get a little bit more clarity about it. But if I'm from just the whole situation of how it went down, you know what I mean? It's David's not faulting this sister. He's not holding it against her. And if the Lord lets it be, the Lord, he can have mercy on who he wants to have mercy. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get back to it.
Come, verse 17. And Abner had communication with the elders of Israel, saying, ye sought for David in times past to be king over you. Verse 18. Now then, do it. For the Lord have spoken of David, saying, by the hand of my servant David, I will save my people, Israel, out of the hand of the Philistines, and out of the hands of all their enemies.
That's it. All right.
Understand? Sus? Next priest. Is it the rich?
Ashaya Ben Yahweh Ben Yasharal.
Ashai, Ben Yahweh, Ben Yasharal.
Yahweh Shemiah Shabrak Thumb.
Yahweh Shemiah Shabrak Thumb. We're gonna start at 19. Okay.
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 2, and verse 19. Oh, Salakia, chapter 3 and verse 19. Warrior Debar, Gam, Abanar, Baazaniah, Baniah,
What's the tribe? Cool. What tribe?
Salakia,
Tribe? Cool. What's tribe?
Banyamin, Warrior Lok, Gam, Abanar, Ladabar, Banazaiah, Dawada, Bakabo, Rawak, Bakwawan, Ath, Kal, Ashar, Sawab, Tawab, Ba'ayaniya, Yasharala, Ba'ayaniya, Kal, Bayath,
Bana Yamak.
The cub got the long stem. Top is the short.
Bana Bayan. Bana Yaman. Verse 20. Oyaba'a. Abanar. All. Dawada. Carbo. Kabar. Wan. Wa Atawa. Asher Yam. Asharawam. Nashayam. Oya Aisha. Dawada. La Abanar. Wala Anashayam. Ashar. Atawa. Mashata. Verse 21. Waya Amar. Abanar. All. Dawada. Akwa Wama. Akwa Wama. Wa Alaka. Wa Aquab Taza. Wa Aquab Taza. All. Adaniya. Amalak. Ath. Kal. Yasharala. Waya Karathwa. Athak. Barawath. Wamalakath. Bakal. Ashar. Dawa. Napashak. Waya Lashak. Dawada. Ath. Abanar. Waya Lak. Mashalawam. Verse 22. Wahadna. Abanawa. Abanaya. Abadaya. Abadia. Dawada. Waya Wa'ab. Waya Wa'ab. Ba'a. Mahagawad. Washalal. Rob. Ahmad. Habawa'al. Habawa. Wa'abanar. aya na wa. I'm dawada. Baka bawak. Bakaba one. Kaya. Shalakwa. Wayalak. Bashalawam. Bashalom. Verse 23. Wayawa'ab. Wakal. Hataza ba'a. Ashar. Atawa. Ba'awa. Wayagadwa. Layawa'ab. La'amar. Ka'a. Ba'a. Abanar. Ban. Nar. Or Nara. All. Hamalak. Walat. Wayashalak. Walashak. Walashakawa. Wayashaklo. Wayashalak. Kawa. Wayashalakawa. Hawa. Wayalak. Bashalom. Verse 24. Wayaba'a. Yahwa. All. Hamalak. Waya Amar. Ma. Ashayata. Hana. Ba'a. Abanar. Halayak. Lama. Za'a. Shalakatawa. Wayalak. Halawak. Verse 25. With the Ith. Ath. Abanar. Ban. Na'ar. Nara. Kaya. Lapatatak. Ba'a. Walad. Walad. Walad the I. What the I. There you go. Lucky. It's all good. Mawataza'ad. Mawatazak. Wa'ath. Mawaba'ak. Mabawa'ak. Wiladaith, Oth, Kal, Ashar, Atha, Aishah. Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3, and verse 16. 19. Oh, Salakia. Verse 19. And Abner also spoke in the ears of Benjamin. And Abner went also to speak in the ears of David in Hebron, all that seemed good to Israel, and that seemed good to the whole house of Benjamin. Verse 20. So Abner came to David to Hebron, and 20 men with him. And David made Abner and the men that were with him a feast.
Because if we remember back in the previous story, when 12 men of Benjamin came and attacked David, 12 of David's men, and they killed them. That started a conflict because the men of Benjamin were representing the house of Saul. You know what I'm saying? So Abner is trying to establish, Abner's with David. So Abner is trying to establish peace. You know what I mean? He's kind of being a peacemaker, so far. So he's running around, he's trying to get everybody to unify to David. That's why he said to the elders, like, at one point, y'all wanted David to be king. And the Lord said that David would save Israel. You know what I mean? So he's trying to help unify our nation because we're kind of at a civil war. Ishba, what's the brother's name? I forgot. Isbasheth is the son of Saul. You know what I mean? He took over the house of Saul and then trying to rule. He ruled over Israel for like 7 years. I think it said like 7 years and 6 months. You know what I mean? So they're trying to get David in power. Because this is what the Most High really wants. I mean, go ahead.
Verse 21. And Abner said unto David, I will arise and go, and will gather all Israel unto my lord the king, that they may make a league with thee, and that thou mayest reign over all thine heart desireth. Salakia, over all that thine heart desireth. And David sent Abner away, and he went in peace. Verse 22. And behold, the servants of David and Joab came from pursuing a troop, and brought in a great spoil with them. But Abner was not with David in Hebron, for he had sent him away, and he was gone in peace. Verse 23. And when Joab and all of the hosts that were with him were come, they told Joab, saying, Abner the son of Ner came to the king, and he hath sent him away, and he is gone in peace. Verse 24. Then Joab came to the king and said, what hast thou done?
And see, the reason Joab is doing that is because when Abner was being pursued, at one point, Joab's little brother was one of the people pursuing him. And while they was doing that, it said Abner turned around and asked the brother his name. I can't remember his name, so I asked him his name. He said, yeah, this is me. And he begged him, stop chasing me. You know what I mean? He said, turn to the left or the right, kill one of these young men over here, kill a young man and take his armor. You know what I mean? But he didn't turn. He kept pursuing, which is his duty. He was doing his job. You know what I mean? But then he turned, he said, listen, man, just stop chasing me, because I don't want to kill you. If I kill you, how am I going to face Joab? You know what I mean? Because Joab and Abner had some type of relationship, respect, or friendship for each other. He like, I know who your brother is. If you his little brother, if I kill you, I can't face Ash. You know what I mean? Like, stop chasing me. But the brother was doing his duty. He refused to stop chasing. And it said Abner pierced him through his spear, through his fifth rib, and it came out his back. And the brother fell down and slumped dead. And everybody that was chasing him, when it came to that spot, they all stopped.
And Joab and his boy and Joab's homie walked up to see his brother that dead. So that's why Joab is coming to David like, what you do? You let him go. You know what I mean? Because he wants vengeance for his brother. You know, he going.
Colonel will come. Behold, Abner came unto thee. Why is it that thou hast sent him away, and he is quite gone? Verse 25. Thou knowest Abner, the son of Ner, that he came to deceive thee, and to know thy going out and thy coming in, and to know all that thou doest.
Joab is like, man, that's you know what I mean, that's so you can't trust him. He ain't come here to do any of that stuff. He said he came to spy on you. He came to lie to you and get your movements. You know what I mean? So Joab is like, yo, to heck with Abner. Don't let him go out. Basically, he want Abner dead. You know what I mean? He don't trust him at all. And I'm sure a lot of it stems from the situation. You know what I'm saying? He don't know that Abner begged his brother not to chase him anymore. You know, he thinking that Abner probably dealt treacherously with his brother. So that would cause some distrust. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get these next please.
I don't understand. Next priest. That registry.
Not to Shayab, Amar, Ban Yasharala,
You try.
Ban Issachar, Ban Yasharala.
Nataza Yabama, Ban Yashikar, Ban Yasharala.
Yahweh Shem Yashabraktam.
Yahweh Shem Yashabraktam.
Yeah. This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3, verse 26 in the Hebrew. Wiyatiza'ah, Yawa'ah, Ma'ain, Dawada, Wiyashalak, Mala'akayam, Akarya, Abanar, Wiyashabwa, after what? Mabawar, Hasara, Wadawada, La'ah, Yadai, verse 27, Wiyashab, Abanar, Kabarawan, Wiyatawa, Yava'ah, all, Dawak, Hashai, Ladawada, it's like Ladabar, after what? Bashal, yeah. Wayakawa, Shum, Hakamash, Wayama, Badam, Aisha, all, Akayawa, verse 28, Wayashamai, Dawada, Makarya, Khan, Waya Amar, Nakuya, Anakaya, Wamama Lakatwa, it's like Wamama Lakatia, Ma'ai, Yahweh, I, Awalam, Ladamaya, Abanar, Ban, Narab, verse 29, Kowa, Al, Ra'ash, Yawa'ah, Wa'o, Ko, Bayath, Abayawa, Wa'o, Yakarath, Mabayath, Yawa'ah, Zah, Wamatazarai, Wama Kazayak, Bapalak, Wanapal, Bakara, Bakasar, Lakum, verse 30. Yeshua, Waba Yashaya, Akayawa, Haragua, La Abanar, Al, Ashar, Hamayath, Af, Aishayal, Akayahum, Bagaba Iwan, Bamlakma, verse 31. Wahi Amar, Dawada, Al, Yawa'a, Wa'al, Kal, Ha'ain, Ashar, Atawa, Koraiwa, Bagadiakam, Wakagarwa, Shokayam, Wasapadwa, Lapanya, Abanar, Wahamalak, Dawada, Halak, Akarya, Hamata, verse 32, Wayakabarwa, Ah, Abanar, Bakabarwan, Wayasha'a, Hamalak, Ah, Kobalawa, Wayabak, Al, Kobar, Abanar, Wayabakwa, Kal, Ha'ain.
We're gonna pick it up in the English.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3, verse 16. Verse 26. And when Joab was come out from David, he sent messengers after Abner, which brought him again from the well of Sirah. But David knew it not. Verse 27. And when Abner was returned to Hebron, Joab took him aside in the gate to speak with him quietly, and smote him there under the 5th rib, that he died for the blood of Ashael, his brother.
You know what I mean? Joab wasn't trying to hear nothing. Everything he said today, he wanted revenge for the death of his brother. You know what I mean? So he, behind David's back, sent some messengers, basically probably some saying, David wants to speak to you. And when he got there, he said, hey, man, let me holler at you. Took him behind the gate where nobody else could see him and stabbed him underneath the 5th rib, just like he did to his brother. You know what I mean? And killed the brother. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And afterward, when David heard it, he said, I and my kingdom are guiltless before the Lord forever from the blood of Abner, the son of Ner.
Mm-hmm.
Let it rest on the head of Joab and on all of his father's house. And let there not fail from the house of Joab one that hath an issue, or that is a leper, or that leaneth on a staff, or that falleth on the sword, or that lacketh bread.
So he said, listen, my hands are clean. You know what I'm saying? It's this death right here is on Joab. I sent the brother away peacefully. We talked. He was advocating for me throughout all of Israel. And Joab is the one that said, the Lord, no, this blood ain't on my hand or my house or my kingdom. This is on the house of Joab and everybody in his house. You know, from his father's, it's on his father's house and his house. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 30. So Joab and Abishai, his brother, slew Abner, because he had slain their brother, Ashael, at Gibeon in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 31. And David said to Joab and to all the people that were with him, rend your clothes and gird you with sackcloth and mourn before Abner. And King David himself followed the bier.
So David ordered him, look, you killed his brother. All y'all mourn him right now. You know, back in the day, was part of our tradition, the rending of the clothes. Sometimes we would literally pull out the hair in our beard, you know what I mean, to mourn our brothers. You know what I mean? So he just ordered him and all of his house. Since you murdered this brother, because Asahel died pursuing Abner, and that's a battle. You get what I'm saying? He died fulfilling his duty. You know what I mean? And as we know in the story, Abner didn't want to kill the little brother. He told him to turn around, stop chasing me, or I'm gonna have to kill you. It's either you or me. So that was a combat situation. That was something different. What Joab just did, he got revenge for, he got vengeance for his brother, but he did it in a sly, sneaky way. They basically, you know what I mean, they ambushed his brother in so many words. So David, y'all gonna mourn what you just did. His blood is on your hands. Now you and your whole house mourn for this brother. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Shlock, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
It sounds like Abner trusted Joab to even go and speak with him in private. So it was really devious in that sense.
Yeah, because he's advocating for, you know what I mean? He's thinking he's there to see David. Whatever the messenger told him, it made Abner drop his guard. You know what I'm saying? And he probably thought that they was pulling him aside to go and talk and maybe, you know what I mean, give him a chance to explain what happened. You know, we can't speculate on the conversation, but like you said, there's obviously was a level of trust. What Abner thought was going to happen was not what was going to happen. He tricked that brother and killed him. Keep going.
Verse 32. And they buried Abner in Hebron, and the king lifted up his voice and wept at the grave of Abner, and all the people wept.
Yo, Sabbath. I call the next research.
Mais um stand, this is next priest. Is that registering?
Azanyala, Ban Aparayam, Ban Yasharal.
Azanyala, Balapariam, on Yasharala.
Yahaba Shimi Yasha Brakatan.
Yahweh Shem Yashabrakta. On to the next 7. Yeah. 33, right?
Come.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3, at verse 33. In the Hebrew, will you come? Slaki. Will you Kwanya? Slaki. Will you Kunan? Slaki. Yeah, that's it. Will ya Kunan? Hamalak. Al. Abanar. Will you Mar? Hakamawath. Nabal. Yamawath. Abanar, verse 34. Will you duck? La'ah. Asarawath. Wawaga. Wawagala. Wara. Galawak. La'ah. Lanak. Lana. Kashathion. Hagashawa. Hagashawa. Kanapawa. Lapanya. Banya. Awala. Gapalath. Will you Sapawa? Will you Sapwa? Call. Ha'ain. Labakawath. Aliwa. Verse 35. Let me just make this a little smaller. Verse 35.
Wayaba, call. Ha'ai. Laha Barwath. Dawada. Lakam. Ba'awad.
Why you put my glasses?
Clean them off, man. Ba'awad. Hayawam. Wayasabai. Dawada. La'amar. Taha. Ya Elisha. Ya Aisha. Laya. Allahayam. Waka. Yesaya. Kaya. Lapanya. Bawa. Hashamash. Ata'aim. Lakam. Awa. Kala. Mashama. Verse 36. Wakala. Ha'aim. Haka. Yaradwa. Haka Yadwa. Sorry. It's a lot. Wayata. Ba'ai. Yanayam. Yanayaham. Kakal. Ashar. Aisha. Hamalak. Ba'ayanya. Call. Ha'aim. Tawab. Verse 37. Wayadaiwa. Call. Hayam. Sorry. Hayam. Wakal. Yasharala. Bayawab. Hawa. Kaya. La'a. Hayafia. Hayata. Mahamalak. Lahamayath. Benar. Ban. Nar. Verse 38. Go ahead. I'm going to finish it on out. Wayamar. Salakia. Wayamar. Hamalak. Al. Ibad Halawa. The Daiwa. Kaya. Shar. Wagadawal. Nagal. Saki. Nepal. Hayawam. Hazaha. Bayasharala. Verse 39. Nakia. Hayawam. Ron. No, Rock. Which Saki. Wamashawak. Wamashawak. Malak. Waha. Saki. Waha Anashiam. Allah. But Banya. Taza Waya. Kwashiyam. Mamanya. Yashalam. Yahweh. La'awa. Haraiah. Haraiha. Karaitaya. That's it. Go ahead.
This book of 2 Samuel, chapter 3, verse 33. And the king lamented over Abner and said, died Abner as a fool dieth. Verse 34. Thy hands were not bound, nor thy feet put in fetters. As a man falleth before wicked men, so fellest thou. And all the people wept again over him.
So he said, Abner died a foolish death. You know what I mean? He's like, your hands weren't bound. Like he could have defended himself. You know what I mean? He was trusting in somebody who he doesn't. A lot of people die that way. You trust the wrong person at the wrong time. You know what I mean? So keep going.
Verse 35. And when all the people came to cause David to eat meat while it was yet day, David sware, saying, so do God to me, and more also, if I taste bread or aught else, till the sun be down.
So David said, people trying to get him to eat. He's like, no, the Lord, let the Lord, basically, the Lord will kill me if I eat before sundown. He's fasting for the brother. You know what I mean? He's in a state of mourning, so he's not going to eat or drink anything till the sun goes down. You know what I mean? Because he's really sad over Abner's death. Abner died a senseless death. You know what I mean? As they said, he died as a man falleth before wicked men. You know what I mean? You got tricked. You got deceived. You were kind of like assassinated. You know what I mean? Like it was senseless. Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 36. And all the people took notice of it, and it pleased them, as whatsoever the king did pleased all the people. Verse 37. For all the people and all Israel understood that, for all the people and all Israel understood that day that it was not of the king to slay Abner, the son of Ner.
Right. So once they saw how David, the state that David was in, you know what I mean? They saw him weeping at the top of his lungs, really mourning the brother. You know what I'm saying? Like saying that how his death was a senseless death. It didn't make no sense. He should have died. He should have had a better death than he did. You know what I mean? And then people say, like, eat something, keep your strength up, King. He's like, no, let the Lord kill me in a senseless death. Let me die that way if I eat anything before sundown. You know what I mean? David is really mourning his brother's death. He's fasting, he's mourning, he's doing it. And people see how hurt he is over it. And then they realize it removed any doubt. If any of them thought that David had set Abner up, that sent Joab to go and assassinate him, how he's mourning just removed all doubt from the people that David's hands are clean, that he didn't have nothing to do with his brother's death. Go ahead.
Verse 38. And the king said unto his servants, know ye not that there is a prince and a great man fallen this day in Israel? Verse 39. And I am this day weak, though anointed king, and these men, the sons of Zeruiah, be too hard for me. The Lord shall reward the doer of evil according to his wickedness.
I need to break that down. You know what I mean? David even though I'm your king right now, weak. You know what I mean? He acknowledged, he said a prince just died this day. He giving him top honor. You know what I mean? And he said that these brothers over here, they too hardcore. You know, Cap say that sometimes. Some don't be so hardcore. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, we hardcore men, but you ain't got to be too hardcore. These men are too hard. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even forgive a brother for their little brother dying in battle. They had to go. So the Lord is going to punish them according to their deeds. You know, the one that did this evil, the Lord is going to punish them. So David is you know what I mean? He cleaned his hands up. The death of this brother is not on his hands, and neither is the punishment of the men that did it. He's leaving it up to the Lord. You know what I mean? I think we got time for 7 more. All right, but with that, call it.
just us.
Yasharab.
Everyone, a Muslim, we're going to salute the scrolls. Give me the rank order. Brothers, to line up. You're going to salute the scrolls. Rank order. Our brothers line up.
Yahweh Bashim Yahshab Rock Yup.
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 Yahweh Bashim Yahshab Rock Yup. Muslim needs to stand, Hunter Duck Yum, you turn to face the east. You're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abano, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadas, Hayya, Shimka, Yahweh, Malawaka, Taba'ah, Ratazai, Hayya, Aisha, Paratazah, Kawa, Hayya, Bashamayim, Dunanow, Come, Cal, you want. What's the luck now? What's the luck now? What's the luck now?
Lucky now.
Come away now.
Lucky now.
Come away now. Panasai one. A ball. Come with shine now. My young. Right. Kaya. Look up. Come a lakwa. Waha'ala. What's the power? Now
Amen. In the English, our Father. Which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Cut the power of the Hebrew, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baruch Kashah, the Dunanow, Hakah, Leopa'ah, Call Makallah, Call Matawah, Hakah, that's a heart, Hamatazariah, Hakah, Lahaki, Hamati, Hakah, Al-Kawa, the Tama'ala, God, Hashem Yahweh, Water
Amen. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be.
Israel, the Hebrew, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Rushing out, Wayasala, Sapari, Hashem Yahweh Shai,
One in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be.
Psalm 121 in the Hebrew, Asha Ayanya, Al-Hahari, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Izari, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Waratazah, Ayathan, Namawat, Regal, Ayanawan, Another eye. Yana one. Bala eye. Yeah, your son. Shawamar. Yasha Allah. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazal. Oh yeah. Yanika. Yawamar. Hashamat. La'ah. Yakai. Wayarah. Balayallah. Yahweh. Yashamar. Makal Rad. Yashamar. After the Pasha. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'at. Wabawa'at.
I would love in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hill. From which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharal shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayam. Al-Damayam. The cup. All Takarat. All Nashakwat. All Kayahana. Wabika. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'as. Al-Amaka. Ya'arayamba. Sawadah. Wayatah. Ya'ai Tazawah. Al-Tazapawayaka. Amar. Lakawa. Wanakaki. Magoya. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Awadah. Kaya. The white Tazawah. Lebut. Yakani. Ayaka. Marya. Yakaratu. Ahoya. Adawan. Wayashamat. Alayam. Mawa'ab. Wahakari. Gabal. Ba'amawan. Ba'amalak. Palashat. Amishabi. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Aimah. Hayawa. Zerawai. The Bunyan. The Wat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamari. Kasaya. Sarah. Kiyabi. Honakal. Koyashawan. Nashamari. Bayan. Da'ira. Hayawa. Daman. La'adam. Shayadam. Yamua. Kaira. Wakazabah. Wakazazalmanai. Call Nasir Ashar. Amar. Nairashah. Nanawa. Na'awa. Alahayam. Shayatamu. Kagala. Kakwash. The Punyan. Rawaka. Ka'ash. Daba'ira. Ya'ira. Wakalaha. Talahat. Hariyam. Khan. Darudat. Basa'ira. Mawasa. Wapatka. Dabahala. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Kalawan. Waya. Bakwash. Shimka. Yahweh. Yabash. Waya. Behold. Adi. Waya. Kapar. Waya. Aban. Waya. Da'ira. Kaya. Atha. Shimka. Yahweh. Nabat. Ayawan.
In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taking crafty counsel against thy people and consulting against thy hidden one. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarim, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. My sword is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabez, the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zaeb. Yea, all their princes as Sabbath, and as Elmun, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh and possess them. Oh my power, oh my power, oh my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them, persecute them, persecute them with thy temper, and make them afraid, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh your house, let them be confounded, in trouble forever, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, the Most High, over all the earth.
Sorry, Mr. Turner. Man of Israel, Imam Shabbat, I must, Barak, Yahweh, this is my talk. Sabbath service dismissed.